which is the equivalent of helping 7 brand new people, is Jackie Robb and myself at 12, and Leah, Emily, Raquel at Success Club 10. And at Success Club 8 is Annie, Nancy, and Laura. And also having locked in Success Club with 6 points so far, Dakota, Jen, Kristen, Haley, Crystal, Angela, Erica, Valeria, and Mackenzie. And then just one more person away is Hannah, Marissa, Rachel, Shauna, Allison, Leanne, Kristen, Caitlin, Victoria, Kathleen, and Stephanie. And then having helped one person so far this month with a total of 2 Success Club points is Jessica, Alini, Robert, Donna, Stephanie, Rachel, Caitlin, Christy, Tracy, Kristen, Etna, Brianda, Teresa, Jessica, Liz, Lou, Carrie, Stacy, Lori, Merlin, and Stephanie. So incredible. And then for rank advancements, we have my personally sponsored team. The Joy Dynasty is in week 1 of our 7-star qualification, which is super exciting. And Leah Lively is in, our speaker tonight is in week 2 of 2-star qualifying. That's freaking huge, because once her team locks that in, Leah gets to open up her second business center and insert income disclaimer. That is literally when income, like that's when the $1,000 a week income, it starts to become possible. Kristen McNair is in, Kristen and Shauna's husband, Joel, are in 1-star qualifications week 2 of 6. And then Jennifer Eldridge is in week 4 of 6 for Diamond. And in week 2 of 6 is Nancy Rodriguez and Kristen's husband, James McNair. And then my husband, Ryan, finally got his act together after 3.5 years. He just advanced his business to Diamond this week. He keeps walking around the house saying that I'm a star diamond. I'm like, that's not a star diamond. You don't know what a star diamond is, clearly. And then Crystal Enyart, congratulations, first time new diamond. She's in week 1 of 6. And then 3 new emeralds so far this month. Y'all, this is insane, the momentum on this team right now. Melody Wooten, Morgan Bass, and Erica Wilson. Erica is also finished her month 1 of Success Starter from the month of April, along with Whitney. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be like Darren Ashby by the end of this year with all of the names that we have to say. So super awesome job, everybody.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I love it so much. And I love seeing all of the men on the board. Let's keep those people going. I need to tell Caleb to get his life together because he is behind the curve. He needs to step it on up. And I see that we found our guest speaker. Leah has arrived in all her leopards, so I know she means business tonight. She is going to lead our team call. We have had her lead before, and you guys know she's such a powerhouse and has such great energy. For those of you who have not yet heard her speak, Leah started seriously coaching. She was a challenger before, signed up as a discount coach, but started seriously coaching in January of last year. And if you missed her live video on Tuesday, the Team VIP page, go back and watch. It kind of talks about her story, her journey. She went from retail manager to teacher full-time and now is busting butt. And I'm sure she will talk about it, but she just matched her teacher salary in April and is just having some massive income growth this year, along with huge energy on her team and such great success recruiting really quality, wonderful coaches that we're so pumped to have be part of this team. And that's really what she's going to talk a lot about tonight. So without further ado, let me take it over for Miss Leah Lively. You got it, girlfriend.
Hello. Okay, I have slides, of course. So let me share my screen. Let me know if y'all can see it and I will rock and roll. Good to go. Okay. Hello, thank y'all for joining tonight. I'm super pumped up. I was telling Kristen earlier, my accountability partner, I was like, this is probably the most energy I had all day. It was a weird day, but I'm here and I'm super excited and pumped up. And that just tells you that I just am excited every single day, guys, when I sit down to work as a coach, because it fills my cup up. So what I'm going through tonight, you might have heard already, or might have not, but I'm just going to give you certain strategies that are really helping me grow a team and continue to do so and continue to build relationships as I continue my journey as a coach. Okay, so always remember we have the power to pick who we want to work with. And I hear this often just from coaches in our network, and I think it's super powerful because we all have jobs, or we might have a full-time job right now that we go to every single day, but we cannot choose our coworkers every single day. You have the power to do that with coaching, and that should excite you. It's literally the most exciting thing ever that you get to pick who you want to work with every single day. Okay, the next slide, I'm going to talk a little bit about invites and how I evolved with them, and just kind of putting your like a different spin into inviting, not just like copying and pasting from like a combo guide. Now, I just feel like combo guides are great and they're a great guideline, but you have to put your spin on them because they're going to sound like a copy and paste, and they're just not going to feel as good as you putting your own flair into them. So copy and paste, let me see, sorry, I'm reading B. Okay, so be you, and I know that can be hard as we overthink and compare ourselves, but try it. So just an example of adding your flair to it, like just wanted to first off say, I love your energy and on your feed, and I love that you're into, like think of certain things you can relate to other people that you can compliment them on, or that something stands out. And to you as a person, it's like, oh my gosh, that person right there, I just came across her profile and she's speaking to me somehow. Maybe she was wearing leopard and I was too, or maybe she's into fashion. Maybe she rocks the teacher life and is like, has a collection of glasses that I'm obsessed with. It's just something that stands out in her that I'm going to mention when I reach out to that person. And I know we hear like cold inviting, but I feel like cold inviting is sometimes like we're just copying and pasting. We're just sending these invites like crazy because it's like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to invite to coaching. Let me just copy and paste this. Hey, you want to join my team or interested in learning more? And then just paste it, and then it gets nowhere. And I'm telling you, first off, from experience, like I was that coach that was like copying and pasting. And I was sounding robotic, and it felt that way. So I finally figured out, okay, I need different ways to connect with people. How can I reach out to them and say, hey, like, have you ever considered doing this with me? And then voice memo invites. If you haven't used voice memos, I challenge you to do so. You can practice with other coaches on this team or family members, but they are a game changer. And you want to try to send invites that make your armpit sweat. So I definitely made this like on my to-do every single day in my power hour. I just tell myself, like, I'm going to invite 3 people today that make my armpits sweat. And maybe not literally sweat, but like, you get those tingles and nerves and I don't know, all the feelings. I feel like once we do that and we do it more, it just gets more comfortable. Okay. So like, think about like the worst possible scenario. They say no. So what? Like, fall back on a boot camp or follow up later. You're going to get no's all the time. It's part of our job. But if you're bold enough and get out of your comfort zone and just try it, they're going to hear your excitement, and they appreciate that. It's such a game changer because some of them that I invite with a voice memo, they'll send it back and they'll be like, oh my God, I appreciate you so much. Like, that was so sweet of you. And they're like, I didn't even know IG had voice memos. And then they start sending voice memos back. So it's just connecting in that different way with somebody. Now I don't do video like messages a lot, but it's if somebody like, I'm like, oh my God, I just need her to see my face. And I'll literally video message and just send the invite that way. And I get good responses. I've never had anybody not respond to a voice message more so than just like a typed up invite. Also, let me see. Oh, since I started as a boot camper, and I know it's different for everyone, I often talk about that. So if they say something like, I'm not where I'm at right now and I don't feel like I would be a good coach, then I kind of fall back on, hey, I thought the same thing. I actually started as a boot camper. Not sure if you'd be interested in starting there, and then we can talk about coaching later. But also just keep that in mind. You can use other coaches' experiences too if they give you an objection. So always keep an open mind because that no is usually not just a no. They usually kind of give you a reason why. So fall off of that. Okay, so if you're only showing up right now and sharing just fitness and food and health things, you got to change it up. Okay, I was doing this for the long time, and there's so many other coaches and Beachbody coaches, or just like in general wellness people, influencers on Instagram and Facebook and on social media. Like, you need to figure out what you can stand out with and relate to other people. So what are things you enjoy and love besides health and fitness? And remember, like, work should be fun. It should never feel like, oh, I'm just, I have to like share and post something on social media. But like, think of other things that's fun for you to be able to share and sprinkle it in and mix it with the other things. So for me, it's fashion, it's my ranch life out here, it's my dog mom, home renovations, and teacher life. And this right here, y'all, is like the meat of like how I continue to build relationships. Because if I just share the other things, then I can't relate to somebody else who might be a teacher and might see that, oh, like she's rocking the teacher life, but I can fit this into this way. Or, our lifestyles are similar because she lives in the country. Like, oh my God, I don't know how many people I've been able to connect with just that. So I would just challenge you to find like 5 other things and start with that and start sprinkling them in your stories and your post. And they will relate to you that way too. Okay, find your people. Okay, me and Kristen laugh at this because we thought when we first started as coaches, like gaining new followers meant to go follow random people and like follow, add, do all the things. And that's not what you're supposed to do. You can follow people if you really just feel like 150% like, I am obsessed with this person, dream team material kind of thing. But when you start engaging and connecting with your cold market, you're going to gain followers back that way. So that also ties into those sharing those other things besides just health and fitness that people can relate to and makes them go look at your page. So for instance, I might find there's a boutique that's like 20 miles away from where I'm at. I'll go to their page and I'll look at likes on a cute outfit that I would buy. And then from there, I'm looking for women like with my lifestyle, or we have something in common. And then I'm like commenting and engaging and showing them love. And then in return, I get the same thing back. Not always, but I do. And that's how I continue to gain new people on watching my feed or viewing my stories. And if y'all have questions, I'll answer them at the end. Just keep them going. Okay, ways to connect, who to connect with. Again, similarities. Your target market. This is so big. When I first started as a coach, they were like, go find people that you can relate to somehow with like something about your life. And I was like, okay, well, I graduated from Texas State. Cool. Let me go follow all these people that went to school at Texas State and I'm good. And then I realized now that as I'm going through my profile and stuff, I have people who are like 21 and still partying, like who I'm following. I'm like, I'm not there anymore. So I'm having to like go back and backtrack. So I have to find like my target market. So really dial into that, like age, lifestyle, similarities, moms, fur mom, whatever it is. Like the age range for me right now, I'm looking specifically for women who are in that newlywed stage, who may be building a home and building a life together with their spouse. Dog mom, pretty much. Okay, ages like 20, mid-20s to like 30, late 30s. Your stories and posts and ask questions. So your stories, you need to sprinkle in the similarities that you have with other people or things that you love besides just health and fitness. You need to ask questions, and it doesn't have to always be about a boot camp or a coach invite, but ask questions that you're curious about. Maybe you're cooking something and you're not sure which ingredient to use, or maybe you're shopping for a swimsuit and you're not sure which swimsuit to buy. Like things like that, other people engage with because it's other things that they can relate to as well. If you think about it, and we're scrolling through other stories, think about what other people share. Favorite drink recipes, fashion, just stuff like that that interests you, share that right back. Connect in order to grow your following and viewers. So I think this is huge because a lot of us, or I hear a lot of people, and I was the same way, that, we don't have, I don't have a ton of followers, or I don't have a lot of friends on Facebook, or whatever the case is. Like, try not to focus so much on a number when it comes to your followers, but just focus on building the relationships, and the followers will just come naturally. So when I clock end of a day, for me, it's like, who am I going to talk to today that's new? Like, what new conversations am I going to have today, instead of like, who am I going to have to invite? I kind of like change the language too, because it just takes the pressure off of sending invites and connecting with people. Because you're connecting, those are going to turn into invites. For instance, this girl posted a cute freaking hammock in her backyard the other day in her story, and I commented, "Where did you get that? I need it in my life." She responded. We chatted for 2 weeks. I sent her an invite today. Is she going to say yes? I don't know. But y'all, that's just how it can start. So just make sure you're showing other things. Okay, your collections on Instagram. I'm sure you've heard this if you're on our power hours and stuff like this. I organize mine by month, and bloggers, May engagements, dream